guys, welcome back to the channel, Jammy1100 here. So today we went for a ride out with my mate on his CB650F, and he fancied a go on my Africa Twin, as he was thinking of changing it and getting something a little more suitable for doing touring on, and you know, going away for the weekend and things like that. So this is his first bike, so just to get some miles in and getting used to getting back on the saddle after not been riding for quite a long time. So yeah, decided he'd have a ride out on the Africa Twin, and I think it was fair to say that it swayed him. He definitely liked it. Certainly looked more comfortable on there, with a lot more wind protection and whatever. So, you know, if you're doing the miles, it's a good mile muncher. So much so, in fact, that he has now, since we filmed this, he's now part exchanged the CBF for a cross runner. So he's now got the Honda cross runner, the 800X. So it's got the VFR engine in it. So yeah, which will be a lot better for doing the tours on and so on. So yeah, so just thought I'd sit back and let him enjoy the ride, and shoot a bit of a film and see what he thought of it. So as you'll see a little bit later on, I think it's fair to say that he did enjoy it. So just on the CB, well, I did have one of these bikes quite a few years ago, and quite similar to the old Honda Hornet, if you remember those. The Hornets were Honda's kind of entry-level bike, similar to the Yamaha Phaser or the Suzuki Bandit. And you know, when you get back on something like that after riding the sort of big old twins that I've been riding for probably the past, well, I'd say probably the past 10 years or more, you realise that just, you know, how much smaller it felt, and the gearing and so on. It's you know, you're up through the gearbox, you know, so quick, because obviously you've got a twin cam 650, you know, it revs so much higher. You know, I think it's, don't hold me to it, but I think it red lines at something about 12,000, is it 12,500 or something like that, whereas, you know, the Africa Twin, you know, is sort of 7,000 and you're into the red line. So yeah, it was quite fun really, getting back onto something like that. Plus as well, you've got no wind protection on it at all. As you can see there, it's got a small fairing on the front there, which you bought as an extra, just to try and get some of the wind blast off the chest. But unfortunately, all it really did was shift the wind blast from the chest up onto the head. So it didn't really do much favours really. More for aesthetics and than anything else really. And then of course on top of that as well, you've got no hand protection, of course, you know, which I'm used to having. So yeah, it was quite good fun. It was quite good fun to sort of get back on it, but I must admit I was quite pleased to get back on the Africa Twin afterwards. Okay, so we'll sit back and we'll have a little ride, and we'll see what he thinks of it.
6 gear is very high on it, really. You know, you can't, if you're in 6th gear and you're doing 30 odd and you open the throttle, it doesn't like it. It'll like chug. You know, it's got plenty of torque when you're, you know, 2nd and 3rd. 3rd gear is a lovely gear on it. You know, if you're sort of 30-35 mile an hour in 3rd gear, and you just slowly open it, it just loves it. It's got a real sweet spot on it. It's the way to do it. So you break a seat in, you know, do a good, you know, stick a good 1,000 mile on it when you get it. You know, it really breaks them in. It's doing 30 and a 50. Oh, just realised there's a speed there. Oh look, there's a speed sign there. 50. Oh, I might be doing 30. God, you get a lot of glare off the sun on the dials, don't you? I know. That's the seat in the low position. In the low position. If you got it in the high one, you'd be. You got your feet down though, can't you? Yeah. It's like having a twist and go, this. You just get it, just stick it into top gear and that's it, innit? You might as well just go 1.6, mightn't you? Yeah, you just have to remember to sort of drop it a gear when you want to get. You know, you will go past. You know, when you're in 6th gear at 50, but if you drop it to, you know, it'll quite happily drop like at 50 now. It'll happily go down to 3rd and, you know, fly past. But 3rd and 4th they're just lovely gears on it. Third's just really, you know. All the testing's done in 3rd, like the noise level and all the rest of it. You know, all the stickers all over the bike are in 3rd gear. Fucking hell, there's a big line of shit on the floor there. And you find as well, if you back the throttle, if you just shut the throttle off, watch how much engine braking you've got. So it'll really slow you down. And that's not at its highest level, that's just one below. So like when I'm in Pecos, I have the engine braking on full. And then when you come into a corner, you can just, you shut the throttle off, backs you right off, and then as you go around through, just let it roll into the corner, and then as you're coming out, just start a little bit of throttle again. It's great for that. Whereas like what you've got on here, you're in 6th gear, and you'll just keep rolling, won't you? You've got no, unless you come down and down and down the gears, but. So you're always on the brakes, which just drop down now because to about 3rd, and then just give it a bit. Yeah. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Old camper van, 2 of them. Yeah, it is. That's just pure fuel coming out of that. Phew, stinks. Yeah, I tell you what though, you're all right though. I mean, you're nice and level, and you tip, yeah, your foot's flat on the floor. You're nice and level. You think if you had it on the high seat, if I put that on the high seating position, you'd go, oh, yeah. Well, it does for me anyway. It's like it feels. You feel like you're sitting on it rather than in it. You know, where you've got that little bit of cushioning behind you. You know, behind your bum. Gears on this are funny, aren't they? Well, it's only at 4 grand at 55 mile an hour though, isn't it? So fifth, fourth, even at fourth. Third is at 6 grand. God, you forget so much what a difference it is. You forget that you're on a 650 and it, yeah, it just feels like... Oh, my phone's connected. You see that guy that got done for that wearing one of them? I'll tell you what, you do look right on that. Alright, you can carry on in it if you want. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can just sit in it all day. You know, you don't get any. I don't get off that. Even when I did all that ride back through France, you know, I did on my arms. I mean, that's the only thing I would criticise, say I could do with is cruise control. You know, if you're doing all that sort of miles, but totally different way of riding with a twin though, isn't it? So what?
You get used to that extra height, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean,
It's no great shape, it's just a used to, don't you?
your foot was flat on the floor.
But coming out them roundabouts, and you're just doing something second and third.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you're just there, isn't it?
yeah. Whereas that you're like up. You're working it all the time, aren't you?
Yeah.
And my freezing. Because amazingly, those guards they do protect your hands. You know, rarely put this heated grips on or whatever. But you see what I mean now, can't you?
Jesus, yeah.
Totally different.
Once you get used to the bends, obviously the very first day, a bit more confident coming around the bends. They've got used to around there, just the first, because it's a bit taller.
Yeah.
No, but it just goes from the bends.
But your body weight, as you lean it'll go with it. Whereas with that, you've got to like plant it, haven't you?
Oh, God, that's unbelievable. Lovely, that. Absolutely. I mean, the torque on it, fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still in that 4th fit, and you think, oh, got another lot to go now. And you stick it in 6th.
Yeah, it's just flooding along. Yeah. But you got to remember as well that's got the A41 tyres, so it's got the road tyres on it, which does make a big difference as well. Because if you get the one with the Africa Twin that's got the semi off-road, and then you get the Adventure, which is the knobbly ones, the riding of those are horrible on road. My yeah.
And on that thing, you do.
I know. Well, it's all there. It's all chest.
That's moved from around there to there.
Yeah.
So it's not
But that's
I can just feel it.
a little bit there.
Just a tiny little bit.
Yeah. But you can that's got the low screen on it there. You can put the tour. You can.
Extension, yeah.
Yeah.